Can you tell me about some of the challenges you have faced when it comes to the influx of migrants these past several months?
Well, first of all, we know that about 5 days ago, they crossed from South America to Tapachula, Chiapas, Mexico, and it'll take them about maybe 40 or 50 days to get here to our border. Now, some of these people will not make it. This is a treacherous journey that we've been seeing constantly. So these are things that we just have to be aware of, and we get this information through collaboration with our Mexican counterparts. So this is a thing that would be expecting. Now, regarding when they will get here, that'll take some time. This is the largest port of entry in the United States. I was born and raised here, and I've seen situations like this happen on and off. But this is going to be something that I think they're trying to get here before the new administration takes over.
Let's talk about the new administration. What do you hope the president-elect does his first 100 days when it comes to fixing the southern border?
Well, we need to get common sense laws made. We need to stop this immigration surges the way it's happening. This is not good for the people that travel here. It's not good for our country to handle these immigration surges. So laws have to be made to deal with these migrant surges. It's not functional for anyone. I don't think it's good for the people. I don't think it's good for our country to be having these situations like this.
Trump has promised to hire 10,000 more Border Patrol agents. How do you think that, well, I should ask, do you think that will help solve some of the challenges, or is it more than just, more troops on the ground?
Yes, definitely. Border Patrol agents do help, and that's a thing that we need. But in order to prevent these surges, more things have to be done. More laws, more collaboration between countries, and more common sense things that need to deal with these things. I think if both countries get together and sit down on the table and get together and say, this is what we need. The thing is that once they're here, it's too late. We have to deal with the situation, but we have to stop it before they get here. And these surges, these people come from South America and other places of the world. So it's not Mexico. It's only about 3% from Mexican people that come here in that fashion.
Mayor, let's talk about the mass deportations that Trump is promising to make. Are there people in your community concerned about what it might mean for migrants within families, possibly, potentially, being forced out of the United States?
Yes, and that is a little bit of concern because if you do that, you'll be, number one, breaking the families apart. And number two, America is concerned also because a lot of jobs that are taken by migrants, either documented or not documented, is the function of the United States. Jobs like gardening, jobs like restaurant, jobs like people don't want here in the U.S. are taken by those people. And if we deport all of them in a massive way, that'll be a great impact to our economy. I think we have to look at that in a more common sense way of being.
I know there are a lot of Americans that agree with you there. We know part of the story here is controlling the influx of drugs like fentanyl and other deadly narcotics coming across the border. Just for our viewers here, more than 70,000 Americans died from overdoses. That's just in the last year. Do you believe Trump will be able to curb the crisis? What resources, Mayor, are needed to stop these drugs from being smuggled in?
Well, first of all, we look at this situation. We live on the border and know what the situation is. We had a fentanyl summit in New York. We were able to identify what the problem is. It's not only the influx; it's the consumption, the law of supply and demand. So we have to look at both things at the same time. Educate our public, and that is half of the problem. The other problem is the drugs coming in. But we have to identify them, that our ports of entry have very good equipment, very good personnel to stop a lot of influx of the drugs, but it's not enough. And this is something we have been seeing. We need to have more technology. We need to have more equipment to identify this. But as long as there's consumption, as long as there's a supply and demand, this thing can potentially continue.
Thanks for watching. Go to joinnn.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.